There is absolutely nothing I hate more than an ending to a movie where the hero gets everything they hoped for exactly the way they imagined. I mean, let's face it, that's just a lame film. But come on, you show me 2 hours of this person going through hell and back only to lose it all in the end? That too seems a bit unfair, don't you think? So what do weirdos like me want? I want to see an exchange. I want the movie gods to grant me my wish. Let the hero win, but not without paying a price. These types of endings make you feel immense joy and unbelievable heartbreak at the same time. Because in life, you win some and lose some, but in movies, your win can be the direct reason for your loss. Well, I suppose that's true for life too, but I am digressing. In this video, we'll compare 3 such movie endings where despite winning, the characters still end up losing and how this feeling is portrayed on screen in different ways.
Is this one of those times where I've won the battle but lost the war?
Afraid so, Skippy.
Okay, be honest. What is the first scene that comes to your mind when we talk about such moments? Avengers Endgame, right? I mean, there is a literal war going on. It's the matter of life and death. Thanos, the ultimate Marvel villain, had managed to once again gather the Infinity Stones that he would use to kill half of Earth's population. The Avengers have one thing on their mind: defeat Thanos at all costs.
Avengers!
Assemble.
And then the final sequence begins. There is chaos and fight all around. Tony Stark, arguably the force behind our superheroes, takes a moment to assess the situation. When suddenly, Doctor Strange looks at him and gestures that this is the one chance they have to defeat Thanos once and for all. Look at the staging of it. The Russo brothers have ensured that this scene goes down in history. He is on the ground, amidst the mess. This was it. Tony knows that once he snaps his fingers, his suit and physical body will not be able to bear the brunt of it. With tears in his eyes, he goes ahead and does it anyway.
And I am Iron Man.
And then, calmness. As the enemy disintegrated around them, we see the flicker of hope reignite in each of their eyes, as though they cannot believe that they have actually survived. Some of them saved just in the nick of time. It was finally over, once and for all. But slowly we go back to what the cost of winning the war was. The pain of losing Tony overshadowed everything. Victory will always be remembered with a tinge of bitter aftertaste. First, we are shown Rhodes come before him, who knows this is exactly how Tony would want to go. Then Peter, who is in a state of denial. And finally, his wife, the only person for whom Tony conjures the last of his strength, to smile at her. And Pepper holds herself back long enough to assure him that they will be okay, allowing him to go in peace. The only sounds that can be heard are of the embers around, and the shots are crafted so intimately, showing us that literally nobody cared about defeating Thanos. That moment was Tony's and shall always be. But imagine a film where the character is so obsessed with perfection that it's either them achieving their goal or death. But Darren Aronofsky takes it a step further. He gives his heroes what they want and kills them anyway. Black Swan is a film about a ballet dancer, Nina, who gets a chance to perform in the biggest recital of her life as the lead. The hunger of her dreams and worry of having the role taken away from her drives Nina to insanity. So when she ends up hurting herself, you think she would stop? See the way she contemplates her decision? Despite there not being a single dialogue, you know exactly what she is thinking. And then she knows. She is going to perform, even if it means that's the last thing she is going to do. Wiping away her tears with her makeup is nothing but an act of covering her vulnerabilities underneath the person she is supposed to be. Oh, but the piece de resistance is Clint Mansell's score fittingly titled Perfection. Most of it is shot in close-up so that we never see the stab and are with Nina as she forgoes the pain and blooms as the Swan Queen. The minute she flaps her hands and the wound grows deeper, the wide shot shows her perfection as she stands before the sun right up until the music crescendos and the performance ends. Nina locks eyes with her mother, who is teared up, and this is the moment she knows she has done it. She has nailed it. And how graceful is her final fall, almost liberating, and the slow motion just adds to the beauty of it, making you feel like the moment will last forever. But amongst the thunderous claps, Nina slowly succumbs to her wounds, and the stage lights blind her as the last words she says are,
"That was perfect."
"It truly was, Nina. Okay, but enough on deaths. Let's take you to the other part of the world and talk about a film that is innocent, heartwarming, and where the director truly understands how to break the viewer's heart into tiny pieces." Majid Majidi's Children of Heaven is a tale of a boy, Ali, raised in a poor household, struggling to acquire a pair of shoes after losing his sister Zara's sandals. This gut-wrenching story takes you into a world that makes you question your unchecked privilege every second. Everything Ali does to ensure that the burden of buying new shoes does not fall on his parents is done with so much innocent determination. This 9-year-old adult balances between being a good brother, a good student, and a good son. So finally, when Ali finds a permanent solution, which was basically to come third in the inter-school long-distance race, if he did that, he would win a pair of sneakers. And so began the race that would resolve everything. Look at the beauty of its shots, beginning with Ali's shoes that stand out amongst every other kid. His are worn out, dirty, unfit for running, while the others look significantly better. But the best part of the entire race is when he is running and we cut back to Zara racing back home, desperately trying to make it in time so that Ali is not late for school. The edit is so seamless, making you believe that in this moment, it is exactly what Ali is thinking of. Then comes the moment it all boils down to. The last leg of the race is shot in slow motion, just like it was done in Black Swan, for us to really feel the intensity of that moment. As we hear Ali's heavy panting, we can see how hard he has tried. He crosses the finish line and crumbles to the ground. Only when his teacher comes before him, the realization hits, he had won the race. He is hoisted up on his coach's shoulders, and the camera looks at Ali from a low angle, accentuating the fact that his victory was meaningless. It was like a jab to the gut, and yet he had nobody in his corner to comfort him. Then we see mid-shots of him getting photographed, and only go close when the cameraman asks for a solo picture of Ali. And let's not miss the sneakers in the background. A well-calculated shot, his goal was so close, but yet so far. We know that when Ali's father gets home, it's all going to be okay. But at this moment, Ali has lost everything just by winning the race. Calm, cheer, and dread, 3 moods, 3 movies, and a roller coaster of emotions. Winning, but still end up losing, it's the greatest irony in movies, and yet an inevitable ending to all. Enjoyed our take? Comment down below what other movies can you think of that have a similar ending? Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in our next video.